Ladies, gentlemen and graduands, a very warm welcome, literally, to the University of Manchester and to the Whitworth Hall. Well, what a fortnight we've had. A record last wicket partnership in Test cricket from Joe Root and Jimmy Anderson. Lewis Hamilton storms to victory in the British Grand Prix. And the England team even managed to find their way home. In other news, a record 800 people attended the Faculty of Life Sciences Community Open Day. And Helen Housby found out that she'll be taking a trip to Glasgow later this month. You've probably heard about the first series of events, but maybe not the latter. As far as the Open Day is concerned, it's one of the faculty's key strategies to engage the local community by opening up its buildings, letting the public in to see what we do. Incidentally, the event was held in the Michael Smith Building Lounge and Quad, which you will see if you go to the reception that follows this ceremony. Helen Housby is a zoology first-year student in the faculty, and she's just learned that she's been selected for the Commonwealth Games, hence the Glasgow reference. Her selection follows an exceptionally successful first year in the England Netball Manchester Intensive Training Centre, playing for our netball franchise partner, Manchester Thunder. In watching and hearing about these various events, I was struck by an awesome combination of sheer genius and utter dedication. Whether it was the England cricket team, Lewis Hamilton, the staff and students who enthused the public at our open day, or Goal Attack Helen, they were all totally committed to a cause. I see this attitude every day at the university, and it's one of the main reasons that I and my colleagues here today love working here. So, graduates, how many of you have these qualities? Well, I, for one, am pretty sure that you too have the intellect and skills to make a difference to the world. Many of you are probably going through the painful process of deciding what career path to take and then trying to find work. And this is the last thing on your mind. However, don't worry, it will happen. You may be surprised to know that employment data tell us, at least for undergraduates, that only a quarter of you will actually choose a career in biology, somewhat ironically. However, we know from our research on alumni that a majority of the estimated 30,000 Manchester Life Sciences graduates spread across the world are now in influential and valuable jobs, regardless of their nature. The reason that our graduates succeed in diverse careers, and that you will succeed, is that they develop a range of generic employable skills or competencies during their courses. Again, you may not realize, but in addition to learning specific details and concepts related to your own subject areas, whether that be an undergraduate or a postgraduate course, which you may or may not use again, you have learned to articulate what you have to offer to employers. You're self-aware, you have the ability to manage your learning, and you can demonstrate a range of things: critical thinking, teamwork, project management, problem solving, cultural sensitivity, and leadership skills. You are very, very well placed to use these skills and to succeed in your careers. So, the very best of luck. We're really sorry to see you go, but I hope you'll keep in touch, visit Manchester, and want to work with us again. For now, please accept my very best wishes and do your best to make a difference. Thank you. I'd now like to hand over to Professor Liz Sheffield, who's the Associate Dean for Teaching, Learning and Students in the Faculty of Life Sciences.
Vice President and Dean, ladies and gentlemen, graduands. Well, here we are again, eh? A very warm welcome back to those guests who first sat in this hall several years ago, and a huge thank you to our graduands who, perhaps as a result of one of our open days or that very visit day, chose to come to this university to study with us, despite the often ridiculously tenuous links drawn between subjects in the life sciences and parts of a car. If the undergraduates can remember back to day one of their time with us, I compared reading for a degree with constructing a car. You have now all constructed your various vehicles and are ready to drive off into the future. I'm sure with fully functional windscreen wipers, because it's not usually like this in Manchester. If this is your first time in the Whitworth Hall, may I welcome the guests here as family, friends and supporters of those about to graduate, some of whom will, I'm sure, have travelled a very long way to be with us today. Didn't they do well? They are the best bunch of students we've ever had, and I do say that every year, because it's true, every year. I'm sure you must be very proud of them, but I'm also certain that most of them wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for your emotional and probably financial support. We're going to spend a great deal of time and energy applauding the graduands later in the ceremony, but perhaps the graduands would like to stand and show their appreciation for the family, friends and supporters who've been behind them during their journey. Thank you. One of the things that defines our single school faculty is our team spirit. So what have the team of students and staff in the Life Sciences in Manchester achieved this year? I have to admit, it didn't start very well. Very disappointingly, the academic year started with the final nail in the Jurassic Park coffin when our researchers confirmed that DNA probably cannot be extracted from fossils in amber. Another disappointment was that a giant extinct moa bird from New Zealand had not been very aptly named as Dinornis robustus, meaning robust strange bird. As the work of Charlotte Brassey, who's here today collecting her PhD, showed, its bones were really not very robust at all. But I really liked the press release afterwards that said that if you wanted to eat roast moa on Christmas Day, you'd have to start cooking it on December the 23rd. On more positive notes, we determined the bacterial signature of wounds that refuse to heal. We found ways to target cells resistant to chemotherapy. We discovered a new mechanism that governs how body clocks react to changes in the environment, and purified fish oils that could help to treat a disease that affects newborn babies. Many of the graduands here today have contributed to these discoveries. Some of the undergraduate graduands chose alternatives to lab-based research for their final year projects. I've recently been looking at the very impressive set of creative and educational outputs generated within our science communication projects. With the support of the academic staff who are with us today and our fantastic e-learning team, the projects have generated a death metal song about stroke, which apparently went viral on YouTube, a very moving story about living with schizophrenia, was evaluated to see whether fictional accounts could change people's attitudes and perspectives about the disease. And another project generated an iBook on cranial nerves. Visitors to the Manchester Museum who made yogurt now understand all about gut microbes. We have a resource on the origin of medicine in ancient Egypt, and artwork that was part of the show in the Manchester Museum during Action on Stroke Month. The artwork will travel from there to the Manchester Royal Infirmary and eventually to Hope Hospital to highlight some of the statistics associated with stroke. As our president, Professor Dame Nancy Rothwell, said at the event, what we want science stroke art to do is to raise awareness of stroke and show it's not just something that happens to old people, but that young people can be affected too. We wanted to show that stroke isn't the end of a fulfilling life and to tell people about research into stroke. She said, I never like to make false promises, but there's a possibility in the next few years there will be radical new treatments for stroke. So it's a very exciting time to have been involved with the research going on in our faculty. Our postgraduate research students are a crucial part of that research. Nearly all of our PhD students graduating today have published or are in the process of publishing their research findings, many in top-ranked academic journals, such as the Journal of Cell Science, Journal of Pathology, Journal of Computational Neuroscience, the International Journal of Oncology, Molecular Cell, Experimental Brain Research and Diabetes. Our postgraduates also organised an enormously successful Life Sciences Research Conference this year, attended by over 300 students from universities across the UK and as far afield as Switzerland, Italy and the Netherlands. Of course, some of you and undergraduates chose to carry out your research elsewhere in the country or outside the UK. So unfortunately, I had to drag myself off to Florida to visit some of them on placement. Life is very hard in my job. Others went to the Gambia, Namibia, Ecuador, the Galapagos, Greece, Finland, Austria, and Spain. During the next part of the ceremony, you'll be coming up to get your degree certificates. If you look at the university emblem on them, you'll see the motto Cognitio Sapientia Humanitas. 3 things we hope you have acquired during your time with us: knowledge, wisdom, and humanity. We know that many of you have already supported the important Goal 3 of the University's strategic vision for 2020 by exercising your social responsibility to help others. And I'd particularly like to thank the many past leaders in the hall. Students who give up their time to deliver our peer-assisted study scheme make an enormous positive contribution to the experience of younger students during their first year with us. I mentioned just a few of the other ways that those of you who have volunteered to help our local communities alongside your studies in our graduation newsletter. Please make sure you collect one of those if you go to the reception in the Smith building, because it's got lots more information than I have time to give you now. Many of the postgraduate students, for example, participated in public engagement activities such as creating giant floor art at the Jodrell Bank Observatory using parasitic worms and exploring the chemical composition of fossils at the Royal Society Summer Science Exhibition, giving up their time to promote and communicate science to our local schools and communities. Many of you are going on to acquire more knowledge in the form of master's, PhD, and postdoctoral programs in locations including Oxford, London, Bern, Paris, and Singapore, as well as a significant number who have chosen to stay here with us in our faculty. So what will your futures hold? If you haven't already got it, when will you get your dream job? When will you get your first promotion? When will you earn your first million? When will you gift your second million to the University of Manchester? Or at least offer us a placement for a student, please. We can't know the answer to these questions, but you know you can rely on us to support you as much as we can in your future endeavours. So please keep in touch and please support our future students whenever you get the chance. Thank you.
Vice Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Rana Ayal. Suzanne Batten. Ghazala Begum. Charlotte Brassey. Christopher Butler. Roberto Cantoni. Robert James Clay. Nicola Cooper. Lisa Danon. Claire Demenis. Daniel Elijah. Pavlos Engelsby. Timothy John Eyes. Warren George Flood. Sarah Fox. Richard Garver. Nicole Christina Negusen. Elizabeth Granger. Michael Haley. Katrina Barbara Hooks. Laura Kemp. Iwona Kozriatska Ogum-Makin. Rebecca Lockyer. Robert Philip Mansfield. Yanin Nyachit. Daniel Ing. Angela Oliveira Pisco. Mary Ortmeyer. Olamewo Ozundeko. Sarah Otto. Rosina Palin-Kazova. Nikki Paul. Karen Ann Pickering. Thomas Richard Poynton. Mohammed Azrafa Rahman. Joseph Robertson. Nicholas Rooney. Bizad Roshan Ravan. Karishma Satya. Michael Peter Smith. Anna Sobieska Stanwise. Ruth Elizabeth Steer. Jennifer Thompson. Kun Tian. Helen Mary Troilo. Loriana Vitalo. Scott Walker. Louise Walker. Adele Williams. Thomas Wood. Yen Cheng Yang. Ling Yu Zung. Nicholas Sulius. And for the degree of Master of Philosophy, Guy Hughes. Eleanor Louise Platt. Keith Smith. And for the degree of Master of Science in Bioinformatics and Systems Biology, Zhonghua Zhang.
Vice President and Dean, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Sciences with honours, Ismahan Abdullah. Jack Adcock. Oluwajuro Timi Adepitan. Isan Ali. Iram Aziz. Alice Baddeley. Lauren Baker. Sarah Elizabeth Barker. Ashil Batavia. Whitney Jane Boswell. Jenny Bradshaw. Twean Boy. Charlotte Burke. David Lloyd Buxton. Lee Clayton. Maxwell Cobb. Regina Nicole Ferrara Cowan. Ogene Mine Matilda Dafamu. Reem Delvey. Hayden Davis. Hind Dino. Jack Donaldson. Navisha Darshani Dulab. Sarah Duckworth. Layla El Haddad. Abby J. England. Charlotte Louise Evans. Sam Fletcher Hill. Sarah Forster. Tanisha Garcia. Gabriella Gardiner. Jacqueline Hart. Claudia Hawes. Charles Howard. Helena Amy Humphreys. Jack Hines. Matthew Kerr. Sung Chan Kim. Jennifer Lucy Kingsmill. Hue Teng Ko. Natasha Lane. Evie Ellen Lant. Jeannie Lee Shui Thing. Hayley Lung. Hung Yu Liao. Matthew Stephen Lyle. Peter McGee. Richard McDowell. Faith Miller. Anna Laura Moldovianu. Craig Morrow. Amira Muller. Ben Orley Daniel Nathanson. Luke Newton. Mohammed Osman. Shiv Parbakar. Rachel Parry. Hanena Patel. Olivia Pegramiron. Charlotte Elizabeth Pelicano. Annalie Emma Asquith Pennock. Jessica Pusey. Dimitri Radu. Rajiharish Rajendran. Aisling Ramdin. Kitty Mohaja Reid. Amy Jane Richards. Nicola Louise Robson. Manveer Jasvinder Singh Sander. Rahul Sharma. Claire Shuttler. Niall Slowey. Thomas Jeff Smith. Georgina Stenhouse. James Strachan. Harvey James Stringer. Gabriella Sugianto. Sufiyan Sultan. Dovili Sutiinti. Sherlyn Yi Tan. Bianca Nisha Tankari. Thanuja Thananayagam. Harry Edward Thomas. Ian Thompson. Violetta Atanasova Trendafilova. Parsvi Vanalia. Joseph Ward. Francis Waterhouse. Chloe Amber Webb. Gemma Westcott. Clarissa Wilcox. Christina Williams. Adrian Williams. Emily Wilson. Jordan Joshua Wilson. Jonathan Robert Ray. Nicoletta Yerasimu. Daninya Hamzaruddin Daya Zakir. Saboy Hamwene. And in Biomedical Sciences, intercalating MB-CHB BDS students with honours, Sabahat Abra Ahmed. Sean David Young. And in Biomedical Sciences with Industrial Professional Experience with Honours, Grace Birch. Jack Bowles. Holly Craven. Katie Hall. Eva Higginbotham. Ria Langeveld. Jake Thomas Mills. James Edward Parkinson. Stasha Taferna.
Vice President and Dean, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Pharmacology with Honours, Alexander James Aldridge. Nicole Ball. Joseph Harrison Isra Dent. Cecilia Michelin Sanchez Ferreira de Moraes. Joshua Pemberton. Sanziana Maria Rotariu. Rachel Ann Vassallo. Liam Thomas White. Shiwei Xuan. And in Pharmacology and Physiology with Honours, Joseph Butler. Hannah Frost. Loretta Matenga. Sophie Netji. Rebecca Northeast. Fiona Ramage. Emma Scott. Mariam Yassin. And in Pharmacology and Physiology, intercalating MBCHB with Honours, Jonathan Alexander Briggs. Lydia Jane Earnshaw. Manuela Hunter. Kavaldeep Jabal. Sally Elizabeth Money Coombs. Sam William Ryan. Simon Tenwick. And in Pharmacology and Physiology with Industrial Professional Experience, with honours, Georgia Kennedy. And in pharmacology with a modern language with honours, Lawrence Scott Howell. And in pharmacology with industrial or professional experience with honours, Jake Ewan Aspin. Charlotte Campion. Christopher Ching Heng Chan Yao. Lorianne Gardner. Gillian Gross. Grace Hupperdine. Alexander James Kelly. Siddharth Krishnan. Holly Victoria Linley, who is also awarded the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award. Casey Lloyd. Nathan Palmer. Matthew James Redding. Kitty Hoi Kai Young.
Vice President and Dean, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Physiology with honours, Nicholas Abbott. Julia Gardner. Johanna Griffiths. Nicola Milne. Monica Patel. Joseph Patrick. Harry Pettit. Emma Phillips. Joseph Lewis Suter. Joseph Tyak. And in physiology with industrial and professional experience with honours, Alexander Ickengriel. Jennifer Mitchell. And in cognitive neuroscience and psychology with honours, Kehind Oniti. And in biochemistry with honours, Krithika Arun.
So that's the end of the third ceremony in a row for the Faculty of Life Sciences. Biomed Sci win the prize for the hardest handshakes. On behalf of the university, I once again congratulate all of you who are graduating here today on your excellent achievements, and I wish you every success and happiness in your future lives and careers. I now declare this ceremony closed.